said only one could live, and she had to choose.
Which child?
That was Sophie's choice. She had to choose which child.
How did she make such a difficult choice? Did they talk about that?
Yes, yeah. The book is incredible. So is the movie.
Wow.
Anything with Meryl Streep is incredible. She chose her son to live because she felt he had a better chance of surviving.
Right.
But it affected her always.
And that shows you the mindset back then, where they had to choose between a male and a female, and the choices they made and what they thought was important based on, you know, what they learned back then.
But the Nazis were, they did Dr. Mengele, the evil Dr. Mengele with his experiments, just ripped people to pieces. I mean, it was just, and he thought he was doing it in, you know, science.
Right.
It was just an outlet for his psychotic, you know, sadistic. It was just things people don't know. My mother had a best friend growing up, and she had a friend. And my mother came home. They were having dinner all together. My mother came home and told me the story. This woman was a Polish Jew. She was gorgeous, tall, blonde, absolutely exquisite. And as a young teenage girl, they put her in what they call the doll's house. She was basically a prostitute for the officers, a plaything for the officers. And she was liberated and came to America and married. And it took her years to conceive one, because they just ruined her. She finally had one child. Took her years. These are things that people don't necessarily know. The depravity, just the incredible depravity. People, they were very, very, very efficient. The Germans, they very efficient. They numbered the tattoos. They numbered everybody so they could keep. They had invented. They destroyed a lot of these records when they realized that the Russians and the Americans were coming, and they tried to kill as many as they could towards the end. But eventually they ran away. The Nuremberg trials. There are books and movies about the Nuremberg trials that are just. I was just doing my job. I was doing what I was told. There's no free will.
Right.
Nobody has free will. And then there are what we call the righteous Gentiles, the people who saved as many Jews as they could. There's a whole memorial to them in Jerusalem. The country of Albania, there were more Jews in Albania at the end of the war than there were. They hid them, they protected them, they'd kill any of their own who squealed. I mean, people can do good. If you want to, you can. There has been controversy since World War II about how little Pope Pius XII did to stop what was going on. And they wanted to canonize him some years back. I can't begin to, unless you read the news.
Right.
The big brouhaha. They had to withdraw that.
Oh, wow.
It just wasn't going to happen, at least not in the lifetime of the people who lived in and around that time. And the things that the U.S. government did not help. Eleanor Roosevelt did. She was a great humanitarian.
Right.
But there was the famous ship that wanted to dock here with the refugees, and they would